on national television. It's been the most polarizing conversation in all of sports over the last 24 hours, rather. Angel Reese, many would suggest that she overreacted, but Slick, do you have an issue with Angel Reese's reaction to Caitlin Clark's flagrant foul?
Featuring Angel Reese, my favorite person to talk about other than Caitlin Clark. Let's start with, can we pull up the quotes that she gave to the Chicago Tribune that started all this mess? I've been telling you all.
And I have an issue with the way she reacted. I have an issue with the way it's being handled by her, by the Chicago Sky, everybody involved. I have a problem with it being called a flagrant foul. It's a take foul. It's an understandable. First of all,
that Angel Reese wants out of Chicago. She's a front runner. She's going to, I said this very early in this season, she's going to be looking to exit the Chicago Sky. The going has gotten tough. And when the going gets tough, Angel Reese gets going, just ask Maryland.
Caitlin Clark is out for the season, and the WNBA just lost the player that every network and sponsor built their money around. But here's the shocking twist. Fans are now turning their frustration straight at Angel Reese. Imagine being cast as the league's villain and then suddenly being expected to save it. Chicago Sky fans aren't just unhappy, they're boycotting. What actually set them off, and how is Reese responding to the storm now crashing down on her? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Clark goes down, and suddenly the entire league looks broken without her. One moment she was the rookie everyone tuned in to watch.
Can we give the whole picture? The only reason Angel gets the ball is because she shoves Aaliyah Boston in the back. And Caitlin sees that, and she's like, you know what? You're not getting a bucket off of that. I'm going to put you on the free throw line. And Angel acts as if, wait a minute.
Just start with some of her quotes that have ignited the internet and got a lot of people talking about what her intentions are. She told the Chicago Tribune, "I'm not settling for the same SHIT we did this year."
Let's settle down. You're getting your butt kicked right now. It was a take foul. You're going to the free throw line to shoot some free throws. Can we just stop? What are we doing here? It's a basketball play. And to your point,
we have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's a non-negotiable for me. I'm willing and wanting to play with the best. And however I can help to get the best here, that's what I'm going to do.
And the next, she was sidelined with a mix of leg injuries that sounded more painful each day. The reports stacked up quickly. Quad tightness, a groin issue, then a bone bruise that finally forced her out completely. For weeks, there were whispers she might try to push through it, but finally the team shut it down, saying it was the only smart move. The impact was brutal. Networks had her on nearly every promo. Every storyline revolved around her, and ticket sales were tied to her name. Without Clark, things sank fast. Only a couple of days after the announcement, resale prices for All-Star Weekend dropped like a rock. What had been over $200 a seat was suddenly closer to $60, and whole sections were left open with no buyers. It showed just how much the league had leaned on one player to pull in casual fans. What made it worse was the confusion around her rehab. Medical staff kept calling it precautionary, but she was still showing up at practices, running through warm-ups, looking like she was trying to prove she was fine. That created more questions than answers. Was this for her health, or because everyone knew how badly the ratings needed her back on court? That split left a sour taste for fans who actually worried about her long-term future. And now here's the twist. Without Clark out there, attention turned straight to Angel Reese. The league seemed to want her to pick up that spotlight, but fans weren't buying it. To them, she wasn't the answer. She was the rival who celebrated Clark's lowest moments. And that's exactly why Chicago Sky fans are turning against Reese, putting her at the center of the blame. Imagine being labeled the villain of the season, every camera catching your smirks and taunts, and then, almost overnight, people telling you that you're the one who has to carry the league. That's where Angel Reese is right now. She built her image by leaning into every bit of drama with Caitlin Clark, throwing gestures after big plays and looking fired up when Clark stumbled.
It's now become the most inflammatory thing that's ever happened in basketball. What are we doing? It's a simple, and she said it, it's a simple basketball play, except obviously somebody gave her that line, can't take any more questions.
So it's going to be very, very important this offseason to make sure we attract the best of the best, because we can't settle for what we have this year. I am very vocal about what we need and what I want.
I'm still hot afterward. What I don't understand. Well, I do understand why it's become such a big deal. But if you're just asking me to diagnose and assess that play, it was a simple basketball play.
I'd like to be here for my career, but if things don't pan out, obviously, I might have to move in a different direction and do what's best for me. But while I'm here, I'm going to try to stay open-minded about what I have here.
But with Clark on the sideline, all that energy is now backfiring. Fans still remember those physical battles. The numbers flying around are wild. Claims that around 1 in 5 of Clark's flagrant fouls came when she played Chicago. And highlight reels don't help Reese at all. Clips show Clark being shoved before she even touches the ball, fouled hard on cuts to the basket, or laughed at after getting knocked down. For diehard Clark supporters, those weren't just competitive plays. They looked like targeted shots built out of jealousy. Reese wanted the spotlight, but she played it in a way fans saw as petty. Refusing to even say Clark's name in interviews became another talking point. Instead of coming off like a future star, came across as personal, like she needed Clark to exist so she'd have someone to lean against.
That in the NBA, you think guys are getting up, getting ready to swing and fight?
Yeah.
Hell no.
I think
Go to the free throw line.
Well, first of all, Slick, and we normally agree. I disagree with everything, like everything you said, other than
good.
like
It's gonna be a good show.
hello today.
36, and Angel Reese basically said, hey, look, we can't count on her next year. At her age, coming off that injury, we need someone younger who's ready to win right now, something like that. She just drove a bus over this Vandersloot.
These women, right? I know they women. I know they got long hair. I know all that. They got lashes on. They look nice. I'm get all that. They are warriors. The same way you look at NFL players, the same way you look at NBA basketball players. There's certain fouls in the NBA where they don't look like much. Brother, get up hot.
People in Chicago, her teammates, read the quotes, saw the newspaper article, and were very upset. And they had a meeting yesterday where Angel Reese had to apologize and start backpedaling.
That attitude turned what could have been hype into resentment, and the backlash is real. Boycott chants showed up across social media, threads urging people to skip Sky playoff games, fans saying they'd rather leave seats empty than cheer for her. One post even went viral, accusing Reese of smiling through Clark's downfall, calling the whole act tone deaf. The boycotts aren't just words. They're spilling over to ticket windows where you can find seats nobody is touching. Here's the paradox. Without Clark, Reese is the name networks need to feature, but fans are pushing her away harder than ever. The real question now is whether she can rewrite how people view her, or if she'll stay stuck as Clark's antagonist when the league wants her as its centerpiece. Clark's injury showed the WNBA's entire growth strategy was built on sand. One player goes down, and ticket sales, TV numbers, and fan excitement all crater. That's insane when you think about how much talent the league has beyond just her. Now the spotlight is sitting on Angel Reese, the same player fans booed weeks ago. Do you think she can flip the narrative and actually carry the league? Or does the WNBA need a whole new plan to protect and promote stars? Clark will return stronger, but will Reese rise with her or stay stuck as the villain?